choosing to be friendly or the resident's friend versus being their landlord. I used the term stern. Judy was like, that's too strong. But to define stern, right, is to be straightforward, accurate in your communication. It's to set proper expectations, to hold people accountable.
I guess my thought was, when you're working with a resident, you want to set good expectations. It's one of those things, hey, I'm so glad that you're renting our home. If you reach out to me during the day, I will try to respond. Give me 24 hours to process it, maybe see what I need to do to help you. But as soon as you give a resident like full access, like they text you at noon on their lunch break, and you happen to be in a meeting, and as soon as you come out of the meeting, like you text them right back, they start to expect an immediate response. And the reality is you can't always give an immediate response, neither do you want to, because all of a sudden now you have, I don't want to call residents children, but it's almost like having another child, right? There's a level of expectation and also understanding that sometimes we tell our kids, I'm not your friend, I'm your parent.
Yes.
Okay, so push that over to business. I'm not your friend, I'm your landlord. I provide something for you. It's still a business transaction. Essentially, nice is not always good is not always nice. You have that business relationship.
There's a conflict here, right? Because you want to be friendly. You want to be what people consider nice.
Right, like I have a great property manager. I have a friendly landlord.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then the second aspect is you have to hold them accountable. If it's the first and they haven't paid rent yet, the second, I'm going to call and I'm going to be nice. On the third, I'm not going to be nice.
Yeah.
So, hey, I need to know exactly when you're going to be paying rent.
Right.
Unfortunately, I'm going to have to send a 3-day notice to vacate. I really don't want to have to take that route. But you've already built rapport with them. And that's the important thing. That's why a lot of these things you have to think about on the front end. Right. What does that really look like for us?
You can be stern and also be compassionate.
Yeah.
Right?
I think you have to have empathy for residents, and especially you never know the financial situation that they may be going through and things of that nature. So you want to engage. A lot of times I'd say, hey, this is unusual. This is the first time I've seen you not make a payment on the first. What's going on? Is everything okay? So obviously leading with being friendly, which is important. Right. This is a relationship business on all levels.
How many landlords over the years do you think you have spoken with that the reason they ended up moving over to a property management company was because they were lenient once, and then they were lenient twice, and then all of a sudden 2 years down the road they seem like good residents, but they never get their rent until after the 10th?
Yeah. Either they don't know how to handle the expectation that the residents are placing on them, then they're concerned about exposure and liability and all of these different things. So at the end of the day, I would say to just button this up for the second point is understand that there's a give and take here. I'm going to be as friendly as possible. However, what the lease outlines is how we're going to hold you accountable. That's extremely important.